Christina Mason with Cooking Matters. Thank you for joining me today. We're talking about snacks and nutrition, dense food. Everyone in class they do have the paperwork, and I am asking to complete a quick survey for me. Everyone online, Sean is actually, he posted a link, I'm hoping, in the chat room where he is going to send for everyone to actually complete the test. So if you can, click on that link, do a quick little survey. It helps with funding so I can do more Cooking Matters and other classes with ACC as well as everyone in the 7 counties. So please complete that little survey that Sean just posted on the chat. Hi, nice to see you. We're going to start our class today with examples of nutrition. Either they're nutritionist food, but they're different types. We're talking about chips, we're talking about snacks, and we're talking about nutrition labels. I had to quickly print out some examples of what these are. I know for the people in the chat room, they don't have it because I just did examples of like Lay's chips. And if you guys want to look at that, you're looking at when you look at a nutritional label, you're looking at the fat content, you're looking at the sodium, and of course the carbohydrates and fiber if there is any. The main thing that you're looking for, if you're looking for things that are, if you want to look at the daily value, it's this percentage. If you don't have this paper, honestly, you can look at a food label at home. Every food label is going to have this. It'll have the calories, the fat, cholesterol, sodium, and carbohydrates. Other things as well, but I just want to let you know a quick little hint. If you're having a difficult time understanding it, just know in the daily value, anything higher than 25%, you know that's higher. And anything that's lower than 5%, it's lower. So for example, the Lay's chips that I did a printout on, sodium, 170 milligrams. That's fairly moderate. There are total fat, 10 grams, 16%, so a little bit of fat, but not in the high range. So this is the nutritional label for Lay's chips. I gave some other examples. There's another one for Ritz crackers, the little cheese sticks, the one that has the cheese on the inside. I gave examples of what the idea of when you look at a nutritional label. So you'll see the calories, you'll see the fat, you'll see the sodium. When you look at the sodium for the club and cheddar sandwiches, it's 310, so it's a little bit high, 13%. But if you are watching your sodium, you definitely want to look at the nutritional label to see that difference. And of course, fiber with crackers was less than 1, so very little fiber when it comes to the crackers. Still tasty, but I understand. My favorite one was the Chips Ahoy printout that I actually made. I found it online. Not everyone loves it, but a lot of people like cookies. Just for the serving size, serving size is 3 cookies. 3 cookies, it's 160 calories. The fat content is 8 grams, and sodium, it's lower at 110 milligrams, and the percentage is under 5. So as we know sugar or cookies don't have a lot of sodium anyway. And fiber, still less than 1 gram. So very little fiber in the processed papers that I gave you, the nutritional values, very little. I want you to think of snacks as nutrition dense. I know we love our chips, we love our cookies, we love a little bit of everything, but I want us to think of our snacks as maybe adding a carbohydrate, maybe adding a little bit of fat, maybe adding some fruits and vegetables. So incorporating basically the food pyramid. I sent out a copy of the food pyramid. It looks like, sorry, I have so many papers. It looks like this. We have my plate. So you're just incorporating fruit, vegetables, grain, and protein. When I think of a snack, I like to incorporate all four. I feel fuller longer. This just gives you an example of what the idea of vegetables you can actually have. They say the darker and the brighter, the better. So you're getting green leafy vegetables. You're, of course, any type of bell pepper. I decided to go with the colorful ones. Apples, any type of color. There are so many out this season. But you just want to get some variety, and even if you don't have variety, there's of course the options. We talked all about this during class, the canned option as well. Try to do 100% juice. There are ones that have added sugar, so I don't generally get that. Vegetables, adding it into snacks. I have a cucumber here. We're going to talk about what I'm going to do for my snack. But you just want to incorporate a little bit of everything when you think of snacks, not just the chips, because when you think of chips, you don't have just one. You don't have just two, or if you're like me, if I'm snacking with it in my hand, maybe I've got a couple handfuls of it, yeah. So I like to at least try out a few recipes where I'm incorporating all the food in the pyramid. One of the recipes I'm gonna do, you actually have one that says delicious dips and spreads. I decided to do two of them because I like to live dangerous instead of one. I did an easier one. It's a vegetable dip, and I'm going to do a fruit yogurt dip. Honestly, if when it comes to sizes, all of it is actually measured out. But if you do have extra, because I'm going to have a lot of extra, but what do you guys do? Like we talked about it before, when it comes to extra canned food, or what do you guys do when it comes to that? Or how do you like to incorporate it in other places? Because I'm not going to use the entire can. Anyone use it any other way? Salads are a great one. I like the salad thing. So if I had a can of pineapple, I have crushed pineapple, what would you guys do if you didn't use the entire can?
I eat it.
Yes, eating it is a great one, but remember too, we talked about freezing it, of course, adding it with smoothies, and just incorporating in other meals. I don't know if you do salsa, but I've done a fruit salsa that's been pretty great, and there's options out there if you do that. And oatmeal, I love things like that, incorporating my extra things into it. So there's other options if you do end up doing what I do, but I don't like getting big containers of things, so I stick with the small little one serving size. So that's what's going to help me a lot, because exactly 1 cup right here, and exactly this is going to help me out, and you're more than happy to do the same. I just knew I wouldn't need an entire container of it. So the first recipe we're going to do, I want to do the vegetable dip. And you know what? I have got people here, so can someone read out what it is for the vegetable dip? It's at the very bottom. Okay.
Mix 1/2 cup non-fat plain yogurt.
Okay. 1/2 cup of non-fat plain yogurt. I did non-fat yogurt. I have a Greek one. It's up to your preference to do the regular plain one or the Greek 1/2 cup. Apologies, I'm going to use this. Thank you. Oh, that was perfect. Okay, read off the rest to me.
1/2 cup of reduced fat.
1/2 cup reduced fat.
Thank you, both of you. I had the mayo. Honestly, you can go smaller, but I knew I was doing a few classes, so that's why I went bigger. I got light mayo. With the label, it's 35 calories a tablespoon, and sodium a little lower, 95 milligrams. So let me. Do you have a cup? Perfect. And if you guys or like me, and then you love the squeezable, they have a squeezable version of this. You don't have to do what I just did. And what's the rest of the ingredient? Half a cup, and I know.
One tablespoon of Mrs. Dash seasoning, or using 1/2 teaspoon each of dried chives and parsley.
I like that one. That is a good one. I do have Miss Dash, so that's why I don't even, yeah, I don't even, but if you do have that alternative, you can make your own spice blend with exactly what you said, the onion, the garlic. Honestly, you can make your own spice. That's what I've done when I don't have this.
Oh, you have Mrs. Dash.
I do have Mrs. Dash. When all else fails, this is an amazing spice, and they have so many varieties. Whatever theme you're looking for, they have it. This one is just a table blend, so it has a little bit of everything. Onion, pepper, chili pepper, black pepper, parsley, celery seed, basil, bay leaves, marjoram, oregano, and a lot of other spices. No salt, which that's what my theme is. I wanted to do a lower salt, so everything here is lower salt or lower sodium. And I do low calorie, but that's honestly, it's your preference. I stick with it because it's on the recipe, but if that is your prerogative, I won't judge you. I'm gonna blend this all up. I do want to wait a few minutes just to get it all incorporated because I want to do the fruit one as well. And at the end, everyone's gonna try this dip if you like, because I do have a couple of sides. The next one I'm gonna do is a fruit dip, and also we're gonna try a trail mix. And you do have the recipe on the trail mix, but let's do the fruit one first. Looks good. It smells great. I'm sorry for the people who are virtual. Okay. Okay, so for the next one, can anyone read off to me the fruit yogurt dip? Don't be shy, I know none of you are.
Using a blender.
I don't have a blender, so that's what we're gonna we're gonna work with my hands. And on the paper too, it says if you don't have a blender, use a fork, spoon. You'll be fine.
Mix 1 cup of low-fat cream cheese, salt.
I love the cream cheese because it tells you how much it is in the exact measurement, so it's pretty great. Yes, it has the measurements here, so it's absolutely perfect. You said cup?
1 cup of low-fat cream cheese.
And I left this out a little bit when I was driving, so it's completely soft, which is great. It's gonna help me because I don't have a blender. Last time I used the blender, it was really slow, so I said, you know what, I can work with my hands. And give me my next one.
1/2 cup of non-fat vanilla yogurt.
1/2 cup of vanilla yogurt. I told you, I love the sample ones because it's or single individual servings because I don't have to buy the entire one. And the one I had there was plain. The one I have here is vanilla. Gets me from actually getting vanilla, like the extract. And that was, you said 1/2 cup?
1/2 cup non-fat vanilla yogurt.
You said 1/2 cup?
1/2.
Okay, good. I have to work with this. My hands are slippery, so it doesn't work. It's okay. You guys are an awesome crowd today. Strangely quiet, but I'm okay with that. I know everyone's sleeping, but you're gonna get snacks soon. Okay, and this one is perfect. I am gonna use a 1/4 cup just because my 1/2 cup's a little dirty and I don't feel like rinsing this off. I know it's going to be about the full serving size. It's about 6 ounces. Yeah, it's going to be the entire cup. So yes, the entire cup. Okay, give me that rest of the recipe.
1/2 cup of fruit puree, such as crushed pineapple, berries, or mashed bananas.
Okay, so I decided to use a can option. And I'm going to use the crushed pineapples, but honestly, whatever you have in the freezer is going to be perfectly fine as well. If you do have something there, because I know we talked about it last week, canned is a great option just because I knew it was going to be the perfect kind of sauce. I am going to use this one for a cup. Ooh, a little on the runny side. And with this, I can literally use, just like how we said, we freeze it, we can put it into anything. And I'm gonna stir it up, but because, what's the other one?
1 teaspoon of honey.
Honey, good. I omitted, there is cinnamon as well, but I did, but it's up to your preference if you do wanna use that. Some people have told me they didn't like it in there, so I don't have it, the cinnamon, but it is something if you wanna try, it's good as well. And of course, you know I have to love my honey bear. And if you really, like with pineapple, you know crushed pineapple is amazingly sweet. You don't even have to add that too. But I think they try to do that for, this is a half or tablespoon, because my tablespoon is actually,
1 teaspoon of honey.
yeah, I only have the small one because that one's used, so I'm going to do another one. But if you're not like me and you actually have the kitchen, rinse it off. I am going to quickly try to find another small spoon just to stir this all up with. I'm like MacGyver, everything is in my bag. Oh, perfect. And if you were, forget and don't soften the cream cheese, that's perfectly okay too, because if you have a blender, you can just blend it up. Mine is just going to take a little bit longer because I'm using a spoon. And when it comes to dips, what do you prefer when you think of dipping your savory, sweet dishes? What do you go for? Like everyone says, if it's salsa, I go for chips. What other options are there? And you can be honest, if it's chips that you go for, it's fine as well. But what are some other alternatives when it comes to
Celery sticks.
celery sticks is a good one. I actually like the celery stick idea. I did not bring celery stick, but I think it's a great option.
Carrot sticks.
Carrot sticks are a good one. This would be perfect for my a little thick fruit one as well. But honestly, carrots, I decided to go for an apple since they were in season. I've got cucumber. I still have, we talked about it before when we talked about carbohydrates. Wheat thins because it's 100% whole grain. So it has more vitamins, more minerals compared to just the refined grain, refined sugar. So I do have the Ritz or the wheat thins. But anything that has 100%, surprisingly, when I went to the store, there was more options than I actually thought. So there are a lot of options. I just thought people like wheat thins. So we'll do the wheat thins. So let me finish up mixing. Near the end of the class, I will have to mix this thoroughly and rinse off that spoon and actually mix it up a little bit more. But if you are not like me, use a blender. Works perfect too. Good. We'll let that sit, and then the end of class, that's when we'll do the whole snack part. We'll cut these later just for the end result. And our main thing I want to show you is trail mix. You have that page there. I hope you have that page. That's our main meal for today. Of course I don't have that. That would have been crazy. Here's the trail mix one. It might have been missing, but if you guys want to pass around the trail mix recipe, it serves 8, so I think I'm going to do the exact number of 8 since those are the people in the class. So I'm not doubling anything. Thank you for passing that one out for me. And this one, which I love, involves no chopping of a sort. Everything is things that I purchased. So it's peanuts. Of course, if you do want to have an alternative, you have almonds, walnuts, any type of macadamia, which is pretty pricey. So stick with what you like. I love the peanuts, so we're going to get peanuts, and it was on sale. So we're sticking with the peanuts. If you find a no salt one, it's great. There's lightly salted. But if you do have sodium deficiencies or you're trying to lower your sodium, good option is just to do the no salt. So I'm going to ask some great, amazing person to read off a recipe for me while I try to open these things. You never made your own trail mix? Perfect time.
Unsalted roasted peanut.
3/4 cups of unsalted roasted peanuts. Thank you. And remember, I have to use a 1/3 because my half a cup is gone. That's why it looks like a little bit more, but it's not. What's next?
1/3 cup raisins.
I like that. Thank you, Carol. You were in all my classes and you always have your video up, so it's easy to remember. Thank you. 1/3 cup of raisins. And if your raisins are like mine, they're just, I use raisins for a lot of dishes, so I get the bigger one, but honestly, they have the little sample small packs. Perfect for a perfect serving size. Don't be like me and decide to get a couple of them. So just get the one. 1/3 of raisins. Carol, what else you got for me?
Next one is 1 1/4 cup crispy whole wheat cereal squares.
When I think of that, I think of Chex Mix, but there's other alternatives. There, the store brand one, they strangely didn't have that. I would have picked that. But if you're going for more affordable, do that. This one, of course, we talked about last class is 100% whole wheat, so that's why I ended up picking it. If it's on sale, grab it. If not, you know that there's the generic brands too. And with this one, I want to tell you, because I know what we talked about before, the fiber content is pretty high on the 8-gram scale. So it's literally 29% of your daily calories if you're eating 2,000 calories. At the very bottom of the nutritional label, they'll tell you that little asterisk, it's if you're eating 2,000. So not a lot of people are eating 2,000 calories. So usually it's a little lower than that, but just know the percentage is for 2,000 calories, they're assuming that. So let's do a 1. and 1/4 cup. What else for me, Carol?
1 cup mini pretzels.
1 cup of mini pretzels. Here it is. I said, this is my, what is it? My guilty pleasure, the pretzels. I use the mini ones, but I incorporated the peanuts and the raisins, and I'm gonna snack on, we're gonna snack on other vegetables. So I don't feel as bad when I'm snacking on a whole bunch of pretzels too. And Carol was talking, it was a cup.
1 cup.
I might end up not measuring this out that well, but okay. And after the cup, what else do we have?
1/3 cup chocolate chips.
My favorite. I try to be good because you know how they say, oh, dark chocolate's better. I did do a dark chocolate, but it's your prerogative if you do like milk chocolate. I prefer dark chocolate though. So you guys are getting what I like. So remember, when you're incorporating snacks, nothing wrong with if you do decide to do something like chips or pretzels. I just like to mix it with other things too. Try to stick with the food pyramid and keep it. No one, I'm going to be honest, no one does the serving size. I wish I had the mindset to start to do it. I'm slowly incorporating it, but remember serving size because this is 8 servings. I don't know, when you see it at the end, I don't know if you think that, but it's a half cup serving. 1/3 of a cup. See, that's what I get for talking, Carol. You said 1/3. I'm all using a cup. I'm like, wait a minute, that's way too much. I know you guys would be fine with it, but. It's looking pretty good, you guys. And if you do have everyone okay with peanuts, no allergies, any of the things that I mix, I know I already mixed it beforehand, but we have enough to make a little small one too. Is everyone good with this? So yeah, if you do have food allergies, omit anything that you like, but this was the simple one. Hopefully this mixes well. And I would have used a spoon, but my spoon is actually in that dip. So hopefully you guys like this. I am going to cut up the vegetables. The cucumber, I'm doing a few apples, and I'm doing a few bell peppers when we do our dips. I'm going to ask for volunteers to help me out when I'm done cutting and everything. So keep watching me as I cut. Don't worry. And of course, this, you don't have to eat all of it. You don't have to eat any of it. But I just want you to try different alternatives to just like the chips or the pretzels or the other snacks because they're pretty great. I love the cucumber idea and the carrots. I didn't know about the carrots because if you're like my son, he's like, I don't want any carrots anymore. We always eat that. So that's why. So let's try something different. What about everyone else? When they think of snacks, what goes on in their head? What kind of idea of snacks do you like? And virtual, people in the crowd, it's okay. Anyone can answer. And you can be honest. Chips and cookies? I get it though. I get it. It's easy and it's convenient, right? There's no cutting and prepping and everything like that. No, but it's okay. If we're all honest, we all do it every once in a while. That's perfectly fine. If you do have blood sugar issues like diabetes or just be aware of what you're eating. That's going to be another thing. We've got this here. I won't cut the entire apple because I just realized there's not a lot of people here, so I'll see how you guys like it. Just know for the people in the crowd and the people who just showed up, I have some surveys there. I get funded by CalFresh, so your surveys help me to continue actually doing these classes. And same thing for virtual. Don't forget to do those surveys. One of the items I'm going to be giving out, it helps. Everything I do is nutrition based. And the items that I give have something to do with cooking because that's what I'm doing. One of the ones that I have is actually, it's a strainer. It's one of the retractable ones, so it's perfect as one of these. So we will do that near the end of class. I do want to keep on prepping so you can at least try some of these dips. But hopefully, anyone else, we only talked about the one snack. What do you guys do for snacks? If you even eat snacks.
There seems to be quite a bit of different types, like quinoa chips. We have lots of freeze-dried vegetables, for instance, beets.
That is a great one. He was just talking about freeze-dried vegetables and certain beets chips and other varieties of vegetable chips. So those are a great alternative as well, especially if you want to just try it to see how it is. I've tried them, but my favorite are more like apple chips and things like that, sweeter varieties. Actually, that would be good in the dip now that I'm thinking about it. But you might as well stick with it's the season for apples, so you might as well stick with an actual apple if you don't have any issues regarding your teeth, because I completely understand.
Or if you go to grocery stores that are more, not the typical ones, like Hispanic grocery stores, picking up jicama.
Oh yeah. Well, just know that's a good one. And jicama's not just there. I went to, gosh, what was it, Winco? They had jicama. I was afraid to get it just because I didn't know what the crowd was going to be like, so I stuck with something. But jicama's a great one. It's so subtle that it can go with anything, sweet, spicy. That's a good one. I don't know if anyone else is in the crowd or in the virtual uses jicama and other vegetables, but that's a great alternative as well.
Pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds? Oh, it's the season too. Or unless you cook, you can actually bake those when we have those big old pumpkins. But pumpkin seeds is a good one as well. I'd much rather, well, I still like sunflower seeds too. But it depends. I do like pumpkin seeds as well. Okay, you guys, I want you to try out my vegetables and fruits and dips to see how these are. I'm gonna get some plates.
Peppers are good too.
Peppers are great. Oh, Carol, you just made me remember. I have peppers here. Subconsciously, I knew that's why she said peppers. So you were my lucky charm today. I rinsed these off, but then I just forgot about them because they were in the corner. Oh yes, I wanted to do something bright, so I've got lots of green, lots of red, and lots of bell peppers. And they're great because for some reason the baby ones don't even have any seeds in them. I cut them, they're perfect. I don't know how they do it, but I do want you to try. But of course, if you don't feel like this is something you like, don't be afraid to tell me. People are honest with me. It didn't hurt my feelings much. I'm glad you like them. Did you guys do those surveys for me? At the end, yeah, put them right over there. Don't forget your initials. Of course, people virtually. I mailed some of things out to you already, so some people have it. Some I'm leaving with Sean. I'm going to tell him about that later on. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of vegetables because I just want to see what you guys think of them. Actually, I'm going to do more. You guys are going to eat it. It'll be fine. And there's perfect size 8. I'm sorry for the people who are not here, but when you do make this recipe, you will be pleasantly surprised. My favorite is the vegetable dip though. Okay, let's start this. Is everyone okay with a little bit of everything? 'Cause that's what I'm putting there. Oh, and just know I do have other handouts as well. If you are interested in trying them, we talked about the dip, we talked about the My Plate. I printed out some examples. You don't necessarily need them, but I did print out some examples of the chips, the cookies and everything. You don't necessarily need them, but you can actually look at the nutritional labels and see what they are. Just remember salt, sodium content. You're going to look at saturated fat and carbohydrates and fiber. So those are the things you're going to look at. And the next one I have is called Snack Smart. This was honestly everything we talked about using celery sticks, of course, if you're going for a snack, peanut butter, raisins, those type of things. Or we had in our first class the fruit salad and other little things, bananas, using that as granola, using it spices, cinnamon. I don't know if you like allspice and all the other seasonal and holiday things. Adding that to your snacks because it's pretty good too. I did not do that here, but of course you can do that when you're at home. And what else did we talk about? I know this seems like a lot here, but I use this for a lot of my classes. So if you do end up buying these big amounts, you don't need to. I just buy big amounts. All of them, they're all in small sizes, even the chocolate chips. But I know I have a couple classes, so I use bigger bags. But just, I'm not telling you not to do what you're doing, but change your habits. Think of bright and colorful options. And I think that's all I have for the handouts. And of course, I have another page of the snacks. There's talking about other options too. It's fruit and vegetables. So there's the fruit salads that we did before. There's cubing them up and making it bright and colorful. So there's options out there. And of course, ice cream. That was one of my, everyone always talks about ice cream. If you're eating ice cream, that's perfectly fine too. I think of, if you are trying to stick a little bit healthier, they have a little bit more protein. The yogurt-based ice creams are pretty good too. I was surprised. I actually liked it. I'm not there. If you don't do dairy, there's other alternatives like coconut milk and things, but I must be honest, I did not enjoy those. I don't like the ones, but if you can't do dairy, that's also a great option. They have almond one as well, but I thought it was a little runny, but try it, see how you like it. There's places that are affordable that actually sell it as well. So think of that, and if you want to feel adventurous, you can make your own, but grocery store has a lot of great options. So I want to start off this dips. Give me just a second. I want to get a spoon for everyone and cups for us. I want you to tell me how at least the cups for our, I'm going to do the trail mix first. I hope everyone gets a little bit of everything. I'm using small cups just because that's all I have, but you know the serving size is a half a cup. But I'm giving you a little less, but you'll have extra. Is it easy to make? Oh. Okay, they were just talking about how it's easy to make the trail mix. But yeah, if you want to, you could do that at Costco. But look at those labels though, because there are some hidden things like almost. I'm gonna have everyone try this. Tell me how you feel. Don't be a stranger if you don't like it. You're gonna like it. I have no doubt. I'm gonna make sure everything's in there. There's lots left over, so it's okay. I do want to do the dips, but I'm gonna put them on plates. Oh, you're helping me. Okay, let me these last two then. See, I'm quick. You're gonna help me in the other one, man.
I love to do this.
Thank you.
Okay, my hands.
Oh, yeah, just got all those little cups, and I'll start the plates. And thank our lovely assistant for helping us. I'm gonna wait till everyone's done, and I'm gonna ask you how you like it. I said wait till everyone got some, but I'm glad you like it. Give me just a second. I just want to rinse off this really quick. Apologies, I just really wanted to rinse this spoon off. You know I want to stir this well. So how did you like the trail mix? Good. It's simple, but honestly, it's a great snack alternative, especially just instead of chips.
I have peanuts, I have raisins.
Did you want more? Did you not get any?
No, I was just looking.
Okay. I am more than happy to give you some. I'm trying to stir up the fruit dip. I don't want it too. Don't be like me. Actually get the I'll get the blender. It's so much quicker. So do you like it? Or what would you change or what would you add to it to make yours? Okay.
Goji berries.
Goji berries. That's a good one. Is it sweet or is it tart?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
A friend of mine gave me some dried ones. And I was gonna try it, but I haven't.
Oh, well, you have to tell us how you feel about goji berries. I heard they are tart.
I heard they're very good. They're very healthy.
They're sweet. Oh, they're not sweet, just a little. Okay.
Isn't that goji supposed to be very good for you?
They do. They say
I heard it's supposed to be very good.
a lot of vitamins and minerals. Okay, we're gonna.
Recipe for granola?
Do I have a recipe for granola? I can give you the website where there's a recipe. It's honestly, I get most of the website, actually all of them I get from there's CalFresh's website, eatfresh.org. And CalFresh also has one too, but eatfresh.org, great one. I got all my recipes from there, the last 4, and honestly, everything, like I do other classes as well. All of the recipes come from some form of CalFresh or Eat Fresh. But I do granola, but I have to use the oven, or I feel like I have to use the oven because I have to toast it. So that's the only reason why I didn't do granola. Usually I do granola if there's an oven. I guess I could do it without, but it's not the same when everything smells so good. Okay, we're gonna try these dips. And everyone okay with getting both of them? I want you to try or taste the difference. And don't judge my lumpy fruit dip. It's still good. It's just a little lumpy. But it will be, like if you use your blender, it's gonna be smooth as well. Are you going to use it in a potluck? I love that idea.
It's easy.
No, I think that's a great idea.
Potluck. They're gonna say, "Ooh, you make this?"
Will they be surprised that you made this? You don't have to be a great or honestly, even if you're just an all right cook, you can do all the recipes that I provided you. They're all simple. You saw me do it within 15, 20 minutes. I think the longest one was a quesadilla, but it's just because there were so many of you guys and I had to cook. But let's try this.
Quesadilla with the vegetable.
You like the vegetable quesadillas we made? I'm glad.
Think about using vegetable. It's always like chicken and cheese.
Oh, so yeah, I like that you tried to do it without. That's a great alternative. But honestly, it doesn't have to be all the time, but just incorporating those. And even if you don't get fresh, I really encourage the canned or frozen. Because so there are some, I don't eat vegetables quick enough, especially when I get them fresh. So getting them frozen in a can, even if, remember we talked about the can, there's salt in some of them or sugar. I do rinse off everything, and you know how it is with beans. When you get it in the can, it has that jelly-like consistency. It's salt. So that's why you're going to try all the colors of the rainbow, because I think you're going to enjoy this. And I'm going to also do a little bit of crackers as well, since I have those. Okay. Okay, you guys. Just know you might get a little bit more dip than vegetables, but I do have crackers. What? I don't know if you'll like it, so I'm not going to give you as much. But know that I have lots of alternatives. Good. Let's try some dips now. And don't forget, if you don't have the handouts and you like to receive them online, jeans. I'm going to talk to Sean about what we talked about before, so I will have them, but everyone else should have them. Give everyone. But it's a camera setup. That's what we need. So I know before you're like, why can't we do it in the kitchen? But we need everyone virtually to see us too. And the serving size here is 16. Just be aware, I'm giving you small amounts, but let's try to give everyone something here. There'll be extra, so know that I slathered. It's not too much. And hopefully you like it, but of course, if you don't like the dips, the vegetables are great too. Oh yeah, just yogurt and mayonnaise and seasoning. Whatever you have at home. You don't have to be like me and do Mrs. Dash, but I love Mrs. Dash because everything is in there. Everything is in there. Oh yeah, they have, if you're feeling, they have a zesty flavor, chili, any type of, so that company, I'm not trying to promote them, but they do have an excellent selection. And I told you guys, don't judge my lumpy fruit dip. It's okay if you do, but it's in a little bit of the lumpy side.
For a party. Give me a lot of ideas.
I'm glad. That's all I want to do is give you ideas, other options.
Pumpkin, oh. Can of pumpkin.
You know, I noticed on the label, on the Chiba Boys, and it says, it has 11 grams of sugars in it, per serving, that it would be 22% of the daily value. However, when you look at the Snickers label, the sugar is 30 grams, and they do not give a value for, the % daily value.
Of course, but
You need that.
of course they do. But you can calculate, because remember we calculated it before. You can figure out how many teaspoons in it.
It's about 60.
Just by dividing it by 4, you can tell how many teaspoons. So there's a reason why they do that.
Right, but yet they give the daily % for everything else.
Of course.
That left out the sugar.
So also be cautious, but we've educated you too about that, and know that you can calculate it yourself. And I think it was was it 2 or 3? I think it was class 2. We talked about how you can find out the percentage of sugar. Okay, I think we should all try this now. Tell me what you think. I have a strong idea that you'll like it.
Sugar.
Here you go.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
It's kind of you.
No problem. I have plenty more here, so if you do need any Chex Mix, if you need any other things, you're welcome.
Pretty.
I try. I like the colors of them. The colors are my favorite part. And I am going to give, I'm going to give Sean some too.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
He's going to get more vegetables because he's amazing and he's helping us out with camera.
I always give him.
And no, for everyone
Oh, I see what you
virtually,
mean now.
that's right, it's a little on the lumpy side. You see that?
You kept saying it, but I didn't see it until when I'm seeing it. It's okay, it's the same.
I was about to say, you guys don't love it anyway.
Just flavor that one. That makes a lot, really, those little recipes, don't they?
Oh, yeah. But if it was me, I know I have to save it and hide it because I'm just making it for myself.
Oh.
You already know. Let's give him a scoop of cracker. All right, I'm not going to take up everyone's time now. I hope you enjoyed our class. Know that this is the last class. Don't regret. I'm sure I'm gonna have another class out there coming up soon. But just to let you know, I hope you enjoyed the class. Remember, colorful is better. No fruits and vegetables. Try it at least with every meal. If not, think of it as a good alternative to all the other snacks that we eat now. But thank you for joining us, and thank you guys. How do you like it? You didn't tell me. How do you like the dips and the chips? And good.
One,
No. The vegetable one, it has the spices, and yeah. And the other one, my slightly lumpy pineapple one, that's my pineapple dip. Good. So thank you guys for joining our class. Do those surveys. If you do want me, I don't know if I got everyone when it came to the handouts. Just let me know by email. I'll give everyone a handout, but I will give Sean something for a classmate here, and we can do that. But thank you guys.
thank you.
You're welcome.